Okay.
I can hear you, Abdul. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay, how are you, Abdul?
Good. How are you?
Good. Did, I am your first student. Did you remember?
Who is this? Is this
Abdul,
Kamil?
it's Kamil, exactly.
Your first student.
Oh, Kamil, how are you?
Good, Abdul. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good.
How's everything?
Good.
I am just in Ali's house.
I have a backup here.
Backup here.
You have two teachers then. You have me and then Kamil.
One is not enough these days.
Abdul is a master.
Nice. Abdul, maybe Ali should present today because Kamil will help.
Yeah, I have some questions. I'll ask Kamil after the class.
Abdul,
I don't want to take your time. Just want to say thank you, Abdul, for being your first student. Thank you.
Yeah, you're my first student. I remember. This was 2013, 14?
2013. Yes, you're right.
13.
Yep.
even if I was not born yet.
Yeah, I don't want to take your time, guys, too much. Just want to say hi to Abdul and good luck to everyone. And thanks so much, Abdul, for everything.
No
Thank you.
problem. Okay. Who wants to share screen? Sorry, guys, I'm a little late. My usually I finish work by 4:45, 4:50, but last few weeks it's been going on till 5:20, 5:25. So I go get some coffee and then come back. So it's taking some time. So let's get started.
Can I share? Rana.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah, you can see your screen. Was there an assignment? I think there was an assignment, right?
I did. To be honest, I didn't. I was almost working on the expressions.
So we did the assignment. The assignment 4.
No, 4 or 5. 4 I did, but 5 I didn't do it. If it was the 5.
No, 4.
No, I'm talking about assignment 4.
Yeah,
4,
we
yeah,
did it.
yeah, I did the 4.
Can you show me which one that is?
I think Abdul 4 was the last class. No. This one.
This one is already done. Can you maximize the screen? Load all employees with no gender.
Yeah, Google and then change everything one by one. You know, this one was primary. This one was not now.
Yeah, can you scroll all the way down? No, not this one. Not this one. Can you open assignment 5? Okay, maximize this. Okay. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, there was no assignment then. Okay. That's okay.
I think there was not assignment, but if it was, then I didn't do it. I was just working on the expressions.
That's okay. We can. So there was no assignment. So we'll get started. Okay. So what did we do in the previous class? I showed you how expressions work. Expression is used to perform row level operation for each row. For each row, you will perform an operation, right? For if you have first name and last name, it will calculate full name for every employee, every row, right? So now let's see what else we can do in transformation, expression transformation. So then I also showed you how to capture the time. I showed you how to do concatenation. Then I showed you how to convert uppercase, lowercase, init cap, all those things, right? Then there was something else I showed you. There were 3 things.
Abdul, we were doing, you remember the param file? We were trying to...
No, in expression, we did three things, right? First one was I showed you how expression works. Then I showed you how to capture the time. Let me open my Excel. 1 second. Oh, then we did the nested if statements, the if statement within an if statement, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that if statement is important. Okay. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. Go to your expression folder.
Create the expression folder.
No, you already have an expression folder. Go to C Informatica 9.6. Go to your source directory. SRC files. And then you don't have folder expression. Okay.
So Rob was doing it.
Rob was doing that.
Okay. So okay, create a.
Do you want to continue with Rob?
No, that's okay. No, that's okay. Let's continue from here. Okay, so create a flat file here. So call this as emp underscore ERR underscore handling, HANDLING. Okay, I will show you how to handle bad records here or error records. So I have 3 columns here: emp ID, name, dept ID. Okay, so give 1 comma Abdul comma 10, 2 comma Ramil comma 20, and the third one -3 comma Sam comma 30. Okay, so what happens when you load this data into a table? Can you what will happen? Will the workflow complete?
It's gonna be negative, right? It's gonna be
Yeah.
error.
Why will it error? You can insert negative values in number column, right?
Actually, yes.
There will be no problem. You can insert the data like this, right?
Yeah.
When you create a mapping session and workflow, it will extract the 3 records and load it into the table, right? Unless you create a constraint at the target saying that numbers should be positive, right? Okay, load data into a table for this. Save and load data into a table.
Name was, I think. Okay.
Yeah. Can you load this data into the flat file?
Yeah.
For the table.
Do you want me to put the expression between them?
Nothing. I just wanted to load data from flat file to table. That's it.
Ready.
Okay, so you extracted the data and loaded into the table, right?
Yes.
But does this make sense? Can a person's employee ID be minus? Can a department ID be minus? No,
No.
right? So, but our Powercenter, our mapping is our code Informatica mapping is not smart enough to realize that it is doing a dumb job, right? It is saying, okay, you give me garbage, good data, garbage. I load whatever you gave me, I load it into the table, right? See, extracting data from a flat file and loading to a table, anybody can do it. Anybody. So how much time did it take for you? Maybe like 3 minutes, right? It did not even take you 3 minutes to do this. But your code should be smart enough, intelligent enough to realize when to load good data and when to load bad data. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, even if you keep stop on error as 1, it will not fail right now. It will fail when your employee ID has alphabets in it. Okay, but right now -3 is considered a number, right? Because you created emp ID as number in database. Is this clear to everyone? So we have a problem here, right? So we right now what we are going to do is called error handling. Okay, so there are two ways of doing an error handling. There are two ways of performing error handling. The first way, the first type is if you see a bad record, stop the workflow right away. Stop the workflow right away. Don't even load it. Don't load anything. The second one and the more graceful one is if you see good records, load it. If you see bad records, load it to another table. Don't load it to this table. Is that clear to everyone? So let's look at how to stop a workflow when you encounter bad records. Go back to your mapping. Okay, get rid of the connection between the source qualifier and the target and put an expression between. Drag and drop, get an expression. Drag and drop all the columns from the source qualifier into the expression. Okay, minimize source definition, minimize source qualifier. Close the window on the left side. Make some space. Okay. Double click. Okay. No, hold on. Double click on emp ID. Yeah, double click on emp ID there. Okay. So we want to check for conditions on emp ID before we load it into the table, right? If it's a good record, load it. If it's a bad record, so cancel this. So name and department ID you will load directly the way it is coming, right? So map name and department ID directly to target. map name and department ID directly to the target from the expression.
Oh.
No.
Not imp ID.
Only name and department ID, because this one.
Yes, has a bad record.
No, so our assumption is name and department ID will always be good, so we will not check for any conditions. On emp ID, we are going to check for some conditions. So double click on emp ID. So we will not load emp ID the way it is coming in, right? We have to check for some conditions on it. So name and department ID, we will load the way it is coming. So it will be input and output port. Emp ID will not be an output port. So uncheck the output port for emp ID. So click on 1. Click on 1 where it says 1 on the screen. On the left side.
Oh, here.
Yeah, click on there. Okay, so copy this port. How do you copy this port? You can, click on that and then click on the paste that port again. The next one, the one next to it. Yeah. Okay, call this as O_emp ID. Just say O_emp ID. Get rid of the 1. And this is an output port, right?
Yeah.
So uncheck, click on O, uncheck I. Okay, so we are taking that employee ID which is coming in. We are going to check for some conditions on this.
And later,
and then later map it. Okay, name and department ID, we are not checking for any conditions. So the way it is coming from source, we are going to load it. So on name and department ID, we are going to do ENL, extract and load. On employee ID, I'm going to do ETL, extract, transform, and load. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Name and department ID is going to be a direct load. That's the term we use in ETL, direct load, because we are not performing any transformations on that. On employee ID, we are going to do ETL. On name and department ID, we are going to just do ENL. Okay, so what is the condition we are checking here? Okay, so click on that expression for O_emp ID. Okay, get rid of all of this here. So my requirement here is if employee ID is 0 or negative, I want to stop the workflow. Otherwise, continue to load the workflow, continue to run the workflow. So look at what I'm saying.
As we did that before, right?
Exactly. So you will type in IIF, bracket open, click on ports, emp ID, double click emp ID, less than or equals to 0.
Like that we can put, right?
That is not equals to 0, less than or equals to.
0.
You don't have to type anything. There is on the keyboard you have. Okay.
Okay.
So if employee ID is less than or equals to 0, what do you want to do? Put a comma.
Stop.
Comma.
Exit, right?
Yeah. So just type in abort.
Type abort.
ABORT. Okay. So we are saying if employee ID is negative, abort the workflow and pass this as message into it. What is the message you want to pass? Put a bracket and open a bracket again.
For the message. Okay.
Yeah. So say in single quotes.
Negative number.
Exactly. So say emp ID is negative, please fix. Say emp ID is negative, please fix. Bracket, single quote, bracket close, and then comma, and then double click on emp ID. So what does this mean? If employee ID is negative, stop the workflow. Otherwise, continue to load the emp ID. Put a bracket at the end. Did everybody understand this part? If you know case and decode only, then you can understand this in SQL. So over here, we are saying if employee ID is negative, perform this first operation. That is abort. If employee ID is not negative, then continue to load the employee ID. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, it is.
Okay, click OK. Validate. Yeah, say OK. Say apply. Say OK. So employee ID, we will not load directly the way it is coming from source. We are going to check for some conditions. Okay. Map that O_emp ID to the target emp ID.
Oh, okay. This one.
Yeah, map it.
Yeah.
Control S. Okay. refresh your session. Don't run your workflow. Refresh your session. Control S. Okay, don't run your workflow. Go to your source file. Go to your source file.
Oh, designer, right? Oh,
No.
file.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, get rid of that -3 and put 3. Run the workflow. Save and close and run the workflow. This should not be any problem, right?
Yes.
So run your workflow.
Run.
Yeah, run your workflow. So if there is no bad records, if there is no negative employee ID, it will continue to load the good employee ID, right? Now check your data.
Yeah.
Now, so this is okay. This is one of the test cases that employee ID is positive. Employee ID is positive.
Has to go all of them to table.
Yeah. So if open your expression. Double click on O_empid.
No.
Double click on O_empid and go into that condition. So the first condition will never be satisfied. If empid is less than or equals to 0, it will never be satisfied because all the records coming in are
Positive.
not. Yeah. So it will not. That condition, that abort condition, will never be satisfied. It will keep. When will abort condition be activated? Only when the empid is negative.
Minus.
Yeah. So save and close. Go to your source directory and put -3 there. See what will happen. Previously we were loading -3, right?
Yes.
Now our mapping will be smart enough to realize that you cannot load data like this. It will abort the workflow right away, saying that. See, and check the session log. Maximize this. Click on severity. So it says there is a problem in the expression. No, don't look at debug. Yeah. So it says there is in which transformation it's a problem? It's a problem in the expression transformation. Do you see on the left side, expression fatal error? So you guys should know if a mapping has 100 transformations, which transformation is causing that error. Once again, session log is very important. If you know session log, you don't have to ask anyone. Okay. So it clearly says that now our Powercenter will not load any data. Why? Because the moment it encountered a bad record, so previously it was loading -3, right?
Yes.
Now it will not load -3. Is this clear to everyone?
Yeah. Here it says that O_empid and it says that expression.
Yeah. Which transformation, and in transformation, which column also it says. Good point. In transformation also it says which transformation and which column it is causing an error. Okay, that because session log is very important if you're working as an ETL Informatica developer. Okay, so close this. Okay, go back to your source directory. This is an error handling where you stop the workflow when you see bad record. Okay, instead of -3, make this as 3 and make department ID as -30. Now, can someone tell me what will happen? Think. I don't want your answer. Think for a moment and then answer me. What will happen if you run the workflow right now? Will it complete successfully or will it fail? It will work, right? It will not fail.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Why will
the ID has the expression and the
Very
if
good.
one, not
Very
the
good.
ID.
Yes, we are doing. Asian, you gave the right answer, but you're giving the wrong reason. It will work, but
Yeah, it will work.
Yeah, it will work, but why will it? Because we are checking for the condition only on emp ID. We are not checking for department ID. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, run your workflow now. Save, close, and run your workflow. Workflow will complete successfully. So now you know why expression is important. There are hundreds of things you can do. Okay, but does this make sense? Can the department ID be negative?
No.
Okay, so what do I want to do? If employee ID, so this is my brand new requirement. If employee ID is negative or the department ID is negative, I want to abort the workflow. Right now, it's only doing for employee ID is negative. So how will I fix this?
Oh, so it means that I have to put it over there again the if condition for the dipt ID
Yes.
here. But
No. That is for emp ID.
Emp ID, yeah. So I have to do for the same thing for this one.
Correct. You'll do the same thing for that one.
But first I have to take this one out.
Yeah.
And I should go here because this one is out and in. So I don't want to go this one out. Stop over there and then copy and paste the other one and put this one for the out one.
Yeah, very good. Same thing, whatever you do there.
Yeah. Okay, this one and this one is for in. Then this one, we're gonna change again this one. You can say here dipt ID is minus equal to 0. Oh, then abort and open this one. For our message, we can say
Depth ID. Otherwise, continue to load depth ID. No need to type. Okay. Yeah. So bracket close, validate.
apply. Okay. Control. Oh, hold on. This one we have to take this to this.
Now run your workflow.
So
Now it will fail. Check for the reason.
okay. Here it says that. Look,
Yep,
it says the depth ID is the extends has a problem about.
Is this clear to everyone?
Yeah, and here is the message. Please, depth ID is a negative. Please fix it.
Yeah, is this clear to everyone? Okay, let's do one more. Go back to your source directory.
Sure.
Go back to your source file. Open your source file. In this one, keep that minus 30 and 30 only.
Like that, or
No. Keep 3 and 30. No negative symbol. Okay, get rid of SAM. Okay, save and close. Okay, what will happen now? What will happen now?
No.
So you will load null, right? So run the workflow. It's okay. Run the workflow. It will complete successfully. You will not fix it. You will have to reach out to the source team. Even though you know that department ID negative is stupid and it doesn't make sense, you will not fix it. Okay? You will have to reach out to the source team. They will fix it for you. You're only there to extract, transform, and load the data. You're not there to extract, fix, transform, and load. But okay, now can I hire an employee with no name? That doesn't make sense, right? Right? So I cannot hire an employee with negative employee ID. You put a condition for it. Then I cannot hire an employee with negative department ID. You put a fix for it. Now I don't want to hire an employee with no name for that employee. How will I fix this? So next time I see an employee, the next time I see an employee with no name, I want the workflow to stop. How will I do that?
I can go here. Then about the name, I can clear this. Okay, and then I can go to name. So for the name, I can say that if it is equal to null, is null, then abort.
Yes, you cannot say equals to null. That's what I was waiting for. You cannot.
Is not, then
Okay, so create a brand new same thing. Uncheck the output put.
Output, don't go there. Choose this. Copy, paste.
You can say O underscore name.
This one for outside.
O underscore, not 0 underscore name.
This one is for
We'll make this as output put.
okay, then this one if we can say name
Is null and name in the
Correct. That's not how you type it.
is null together?
no.
Delete the name. The name will follow is null. Inside the brackets.
No. Jonia, you're doing it right. Can you just help him from start?
Okay, remove the name in front. And then type it in the brackets, in the round brackets after is null.
Close the bracket here.
Yeah,
No. Open a brand new bracket.
open.
And name, right?
Yes. And close.
Yeah. So you're saying if the null name is null, immediately abort the workflow and put in a message there saying that name is null, please fix. Otherwise, continue to load the name. Okay. And also, you don't have to type the column names. You can just double click on the left side.
Sure.
Okay. Try to type. The less you type, the less mistakes you'll make.
Okay.
Yeah. Instead of name, you type in name underscore something. Then it will start erroring out, right? So, okay. Close the bracket. If you don't close the bracket, it'll give you an error. So always validate. It will immediately give you an error message. Okay. So previously, hold on. So go to your database. So previously you were able to load nulls, right? I don't want to see nulls. Okay, so how will you fix this?
Yeah, expressions and
yeah. And now run the workflow. What will happen?
It's gonna have the error message.
Yep, it will error out saying that no, we will not load the data because the data is bad. Please reach out to.
Here.
Is this clear to everyone?
Now, please fix it. So Abdul, so we cannot do this one by one for every single column.
Exactly, very good question. So I was going to ask that. If you have 100 columns, will you type it for 100 different columns? No, you will not do that. Okay, you will not do that for 100 different columns. Okay, so go back to your expression. Okay, so double click on your expression. Go to ports. Delete all the output ports. Click on 2 and click on the scissors. Click on 2. And click on the scissors. Yeah, for all the output ports.
All outputs, okay, delete.
Yeah, all the output ports, delete them. Okay, click on the output ports again for all of them. Okay, say apply, say okay. And map everything to the target. Okay, now double click on the expression. Go to ports. Okay, click on 3 and create a brand new port. Okay, over here, you will call this as O underscore, or call this as V underscore. Call this as V underscore or O underscore. Let's call this as V underscore error underscore flag. Okay, and click on the output port. Or click on V. So we will create a variable. What does variable do? Do you guys remember from the previous class? It will calculate something and store it temporarily here. Okay, so go into that expression. Yeah, go into that expression. And over here, you will type in IIF, bracket open, and then go to ports. Double click on MPID, less than or equals to 0. You don't have to type less than or equals to, it's 0 on your keyboard. Okay, on your right side. On your right, no, less than or equals to is also there. Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, you can do that, less than or equals to 0, or you don't even have to type or also. or is null. Okay, is null, you can use it from the functions, but just type it. Is null, bracket open, brackets also is there. Double click on name, bracket close, or depth ID less than or equals to 0, comma. You can type in abort. Abort is there in the functions, all functions. You don't have to type that, okay? But just type it here, abort. And then in the pass a message, record is bad, please fix. Okay. Bracket close, a single quote and bracket, single quote, bracket close, and another bracket. No, 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 no. Close the bracket, get rid of that bracket, open bracket. Ramil, get rid of, yeah, close the bracket and validate. Yeah, that will kind of, I mean, I cannot hear you, but yeah. So click OK. So hold on. So what does it do?
So
Okay.
now,
So hold on. So employee ID will continue to get loaded as long as it's not negative. Name will continue to go loaded as long as it's not null. Department ID will continue to get loaded as long as it's not negative. The moment any of those is negative, it will get aborted.
just
Okay.
we cannot put the separate like a message. Probably, yeah, you're right. It's gonna show us that which one is now wrong.
Yeah. So say apply, say okay, Control S. Okay. See, you won't see the variable port. What does variable do? It just calculates something temporary and stores it. Okay. Run the workflow now. Refresh your session. Refresh your. Isn't it possible? Yes. Good question. Okay. So let me come back to that.
Record is bad.
Okay. Now it's a very generic message, right? Go back to your. Go back to your. So Yasin just asked. No, this is good. Close this. Go back to your expression. So you're seeing a generic message here, right? Go back to your expression. Yeah. You're seeing a very generic message saying that, yeah. You're seeing a very generic message that record is bad. Please fix it. He's asking, can we customize the message? Okay. He's asking, can we customize the message? So how will you do that? That's actually a very good question, right? Suppose you have 100 columns. You cannot just say, okay, record is bad. Please fix it. Okay, so comment this out, Ramil. Comment this line out. No. Cancel. Just click on cancel. Okay, enter that message again. So comment this line out. Before IIF, put 2 hyphens. Okay, so I don't want to see a generic message here. Okay, I don't want to see a generic message. Irfan, can you go on mute, please? I'll put you on mute. Okay. So instead of this, no, put that on the top and go to the second line. Hit delete. Okay, now go to the second line below the line after that. Yeah. So over here, so we don't want to see a generic message. Okay, most of the companies, sometimes they'll say just pass a generic message, it's okay. But if you want to customize the message, okay, so type in IIF, bracket open. Okay, and type in emp ID is less than or equals to 0. Then comma abort. Yeah, we just pass that employee ID is negative. Emp ID is negative, please fix. Just type in emp ID is negative. Okay, bracket close. So you have to do nested ifs here. Okay, and then type in comma, hit enter and go to the next line. Whatever we did on Sunday, IIF, bracket open, and then say is null name, then pass the message, comma, about, comma, and about. And then pass the message inside that about, saying that name is null, name is missing, please, name is missing. Just say name is missing. Close the bracket, comma, go to the next line and say IIF, bracket open, depth ID less than or equals to 0. Okay, then you will say abort, depth ID is missing. No, sorry, depth ID is negative. Close the bracket. Okay, and how many brackets will you close now? You will close 3 brackets. 3 brackets. So the abort messages are all closed. All the ifs before, after, 3 brackets. 1, 2, 3. Validate. Say okay. Say okay. Say apply. Say okay. Control S. There is still a problem with this. Run the workflow. I'll tell you what the problem is. Run the workflow. Can someone tell me what the problem here is? Just click on start workflow. Oh, sorry, you have to refresh. So you'll get a customized message now. Okay, name is missing, please fix. Is that clear to everyone? Now, can someone tell me what the problem is? I mean, this is working fine. Can someone tell me what is the limitation of doing it this way?
Limitation means that like a, but again, we are writing one by one all of them, right? This is the,
No, in one expression we wrote, in one place, instead of writing 3 different conditions, we wrote it in one single place.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, like, if, what about if there is the 55 column, then we're gonna
put
you
will have to,
if all of them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or you can just do whatever we did. You can write one single message, if employee ID less than or equals to 0, or is null, name or is null, but in that you can only pass one generic message, right?
Yes, one generic, yes.
Yeah, if you want to do it simple, see guys, if you want your code to be simple, you can pass one generic message. If you want your code to be customized, you have to put in some work, right? Now,
yeah, generic message, when it's a generic message, there is at least like it shows that like which column has the problem, that we can go ahead.
But you have to open the logs and everything. Okay, now tell me, what is the problem with what you just did? Can someone tell me what the problem here is?
Hold on, let me see and go one more.
There is no problem. It just there is a drawback here. Okay, can someone tell me? Okay, stay on the screen. What if a person's employee ID is negative and name is missing?
So yeah, the 2 of them is gonna has to come over. The two message.
No.
We will not know where to go.
No. It will, the moment the first condition satisfied, it will exit out. So if a person's employee ID is negative and name is missing, you will not see.
So okay.
We will not see the second mistake.
Yes, that's it. It will not accept the second mistake. It's gonna go right to the name.
The first condition is satisfied, it will exit out, and in the error message, it will only say if employee ID. The moment it sees employee ID is negative, it will not even go to name. It will abort there and exit out. So remember what I said, the hierarchy is important, right? The hierarchy is important. What you put first is important.
Yes.
So you should have, if emp id is less than or equals to 0, so you need to have 4 more conditions here, all combinations. So you said employee id is negative, name is, this is
No.
or only, this is, so okay. So guys, we need to do this, okay, on the top, okay, and the top you have to say all the 3. If employee id is less than or equals to 0, or the second
Oh, you
condition
mean
will be
write all of them, just switch
all the
places?
combinations. No, you need to have all combinations. You need to have employee id or department id, employee id or name, department id or name, department id, or, so you need to have all the different combinations. So then you can pass, okay, so if a person's employee id and name is, employee id is negative and name is missing, you should, that will not be covered here, right? I want to see the message employee id is bad and name is missing, employee id is negative as well as name is missing. So for that I will need to write a condition. So go to the second line, place your cursor at the start of the second line.
1 second, Abdul. He's changing his spot. 1 second, he's doing it.
Okay, so right now you only have 3 conditions here. We would need to have 7 conditions total. You need to have all the different combinations.
Abdul, but if we do have so many columns, it's gonna be like super huge combinations.
Yeah, if the project, if they wanted all the combinations, yes, you have to do that. Otherwise,
Okay, let me ask you this one: is there any like anything like that you like you did it by yourself at work? They
Yeah.
requested you something like that?
yeah, let me show you actually.
Sorry, Abdul, sorry, I had to change my spot. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay.
While you're changing your spot, I asked Abdul that did you meet any like a work like that, which is like so
So
complicated?
no. So this is what I did at work.
God,
So
1 second. Oh,
So-
it's like couple.
yeah, I pasted in the chat. Open the notepad and paste that. Go all the way till the bottom. Oh, I think okay, it's even bigger than that. Okay, it's not getting copied completely. Hold on 1 second. Paste one at a time. Okay, that is also not getting copied. Okay. So this one. Okay, let me just share my screen actually. Okay, instead of copy pasting like that. So you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
See, I have all the different combinations. Retiree is null employee number, not is null employee number, is null UCS student ID, not is null UCS student ID. Okay, so, and look at how many brackets I closed at the end. So right now, the problem you have here is, I mean, it's not a problem. It's just not your error message is not going to be very detailed. Okay, your error message is not going to be very detailed. Okay. For example, emp ID, name, depth ID. I have 1 Abdul 10, 2 Ramil, 2 Ramil 20, and then -3 null, and then -30. So what did Ramil do? He created multiple if statements, right? He created IIF bracket open is emp ID less than or equals to 0. Then he said abort with the message emp ID is negative.
Abdul, do you mind if you little zoom it in?
So he said if employee ID is less than or equals to 0, abort, then comma. Then you said IIF again is null. Guys, you don't need to know at this much level, but I'll just show it. So you can just see. So again, you will say abort if with the message
Name is missing.
name is missing. Okay, and then close the bracket. Close the bracket here.
Yeah, this is the case statement.
This is a case statement, exactly. IIF, and then you will say another depth ID less than or equals to 0. Then again abort with the message depth ID is negative. Okay. Then I will have 3 brackets for this if statement. Okay. Is this clear? Now, the moment this record comes in, this condition will get satisfied, right? Only the moment this condition gets satisfied, it will abort. And what is the message you will see? You will see emp ID is negative, but apart from the emp ID, all 3 are missing, right? So why am I seeing only emp ID is negative? So you need to have another condition. IIF.
Abdul, but it will work actually, but we'll just have to keep going back and back and back.
Yeah, you're going to just make it very detailed. That's all yeah, you're right. You're just going to make it very detailed. Okay. So it will be something like this. This cannot be your first condition because it's going to satisfy this. This cannot be your first condition because it will satisfy this. This cannot be. So you should have something on the top like if emp ID less than or equals to 0 and is null name and depth ID less than or equals to 0, then you can pass a message saying that abort all 3 columns are missing, please fix.
But what about if 2 of them are?
Yeah, so you have to have that many combinations.
No, I mean right now emp ID, name, and depth ID is wrong. What about emp ID and depth ID is wrong? So
you have to put
I'm not going to do that right now, but okay, this one will satisfy. Okay, if this record comes in, the moment it sees this condition, all 3 are getting satisfied, right? So it will abort with this message. It will not even go here. Okay, but if this one was on the top, if this line was on the top and this was on the bottom, you would only see. So remember, I told you hierarchy is very important. When you do case statements, hierarchy is very important. I don't know if you guys remember that. Because if you have salary greater than 4,000, and then it will exit out at the top itself. Okay, it will exit out. It will not even go to the second condition which says salary greater than 5,000. So you have to make sure your hierarchy is important. I don't know where I have it here. Also, this one also remember. But anyways, so let's not go back like that. Now, so what happens if we get data like this? What happens if we get data like this? Okay, obviously this condition will not get satisfied, right? Because this condition is getting satisfied. this condition is getting satisfied, but this condition is not getting satisfied because that is greater than 30. So it's going to skip this. It will error out with this message, but this is not the right message, right? So you need to have one more if statement
with two of them.
with just two. So you will say if.
Abdul, then it sounds like we have to do like a kind of like a function. You remember the function of the numbers? Because here, so what are you gonna put? Like two of them for empid name. Later we have to put empid depth ID.
Exactly. So do you see how many
Right.
I have here? I covered all combinations. Okay.
That I understand logically, but like if we have like at work like a 45 column, let's say 25 columns. So it's impossible to write these if conditions.
Okay. Yeah, I agree, but usually the people who is sending you data, you have to ensure that they are not sending you bad records here. Okay, that is first condition. That is a first requirement. The source team who is sending you some records, they will make sure that there is no bad data in this. Okay. The second thing, if the number of records are, if the number of conditions are too much, they will not ask you to do that. They will say, okay, just write a generic, say or if this is negative or this is missing or this is negative, just error out, just stop it. Nobody is going to ask you to write all of these like in depth, but if they ask you, then you have to do it. Okay.
Yes.
Is that clear to everyone?
So would you write the column names that are missing just to know where to go? Like two
Yeah.
columns are missing.
You don't have to, because in the session log it will tell you that okay, this one is minus or this is missing or this one, right?
Yeah, the session log in any case, it shows which column is that, but about
Yeah.
the erroring message, it doesn't tell.
Yeah, the message will be very generic.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, for now, let's just do simple this one. Okay, let's not get into this much depth. Okay, when it comes to that, we will look into it. But for now, just remember that error handling.
So Abdul?
Yeah.
Yes, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is it any possibility that like two kinds of data types, number and varchar, character, right?
Yeah.
If you pass any kind of variable with this, like in the number you are saying that it is, I mean, it's in the characters, it's a null. Like if name is missing, it's null. And wherever number 0, what are the number fields? And it's showing the 0. And instead of writing 55 columns, so you just loop or something or variable something. So those are only numbers.
No. This is
not possible.
This is a row. It's not like it's one single row. Loop, you will go like this.
No, sorry, yes, loop is wrong. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you cannot go loop like this, right?
But not any variable or n%. That's absolutely that. If you have like 50, 60 columns, then it's really very, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So technically, they will not ask you to do that. Okay. You can just say, I'm going to check for the conditions on each column, but I'm going to pass a generic message. Okay. At work, they will just say, if you see bad data here, just fail it. In any of these, if you see, nobody is going to say, okay, I want to see a very good message, or no. They will say, they'll understand if you have 56, then you have to tell them that there's like hundreds of combinations. I would not be able to, we cannot do that. We cannot cover all of those 100 combinations, right? Right. So you can just say, I will check for all of these 100 columns also, I will check. So, but you can simply do that by IIF. We'll just say IIF temp ID less than or equals to 0.
Yes, or I have an idea that we abort only once. What we do, check for each of those columns, and whichever fails the condition, we save its name in some sort of array or something. And
yeah,
then
that is the second part. That is the second part. So
then at the end, we just say, okay.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. I was coming to that. So either you can just write like this, multiple one if statement with all the columns in it. Nobody is going to ask you to do this. Or first of all, we don't even do this at work. We will not stop the workflow just because you received a bad record. I just wanted to show that this is one type. And remember, I said this is not the graceful way of exiting out. Okay, the graceful way of exiting out is when you see bad data like this, these records will be loaded to one table. These record will be loaded to error table.
Okay.
Is that clear to everyone?
Mm-hmm.
This is actual error handling. This is the graceful exiting. Graceful. This is the graceful exiting.
Yeah, on SQL Loader, we were doing the log
Exactly.
file.
Yeah.
The bad instead.
In SQL Loader, also in PLSQL, remember I said you have to raise an exception saying that record not present or division by 0 not allowed. Remember when even in stored procedures, you guys remember we raised an exception, right?
Yes, it's the procedures, and we were doing exceptions
Yeah.
that it is
Yeah,
bad.
same thing. See, stored procedure and Powercenter is the same thing, except that over there you have to type, over there you have to double click. That's it. Okay. So your stored procedure should have proper, like graceful exiting. Don't just say, okay, encountered an error, something like that. That is very like rough way of exiting a program. You should exit gracefully, saying that this is what's happening. Okay, let's do the second part. Okay, where we exit gracefully. Where we exit gracefully here. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing, and you can share again, Ramil. Okay, so cancel. Say okay. Say okay. Say okay. Okay. So we already know how to do the how to abort the workflow when you see bad data, right? Okay. Now, okay, let's use the same source and the same target. Let's use the same source and the same target. Go to your okay. Create another mapping. M underscore FF underscore Hura underscore yeah, error handling graceful. ERR underscore handling underscore graceful. Okay, drag and drop the source, drag and drop the target. This is important. This one you should be able to. This is what we do at work. Okay, drag and no click. Go to your right on the top. Go next to the binoculars. Left. Keep going left. Keep going left. Yeah. Actually, go to your target and create another target there. Go to your targets. No, not yeah. Go to your target designer. Okay, you are supposed to do this in shortcut folder. Let's not do it in shortcut folder. Just do it over here. Okay. So copy that ERR handling. Yeah, you already have it there. Okay. On the right side, you already have error handling, right?
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Control C, Control V. Or drag and drop the source here. Drag and drop the source here and rename it. Okay, call this as because it's saying it already present. So rename underscore underscore bad records. Okay, click OK. Control S. And make that as flat file. That's a flat file, right? So usually all the bad records, we load it to a flat file and send it back to the source team saying that these records are bad, please fix it. Click OK. Okay, Control S. Okay, create another map. Oh, you already have the mapping. So drag and drop your source and drag and drop your 2 targets. All the good records will go to the Oracle table. All the bad records will flow to the flat file.
Okay, same source.
Same source, same target.
Then target is gonna be
but 2
this
different. Yeah, both of them on top
both
of
of
that.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So now we're gonna do 2 targets: bad records and good records.
Yeah,
Okay.
bad records will go to the flat file, which we will attach it in an email and send it back to
I
the
see.
source team. And the
Oh,
okay, so close the thing on the left. Okay, minimize your source definition. You don't need that right now. Okay. So create an this is very important. Okay, we will not do abort. We will never abort the workflow if there are bad records. Okay. Nobody cares if there are bad records. They will say, don't stop the process, continue to load it, but just don't load it in that table. Load it to. There would be some very rare cases where the data is so critical that if they see something missing, they'll say, no, we don't even want to load it. Yeah, just separating data into 2 tables. Can someone tell me what we should use here?
router.
Very good. We have to use a router. Okay, so that's half of the answer, but yeah. Okay, so get an expression, drag and drop all the columns into the source from the source qualifier into the expression. This is very important. Okay, minimize your source qualifier. You don't need that source qualifier. Double click on your expression, rename your expression, call this as exp underscore err underscore flag. You will create an error flag. Okay, click OK, go to ports. Okay, click on 3. Click on 3. Create a brand new port and call this as O underscore error underscore flag. Flags are always Y or N. So make it string 1. And it's an output port. It's not coming from source. So make it as an output port. Okay, go into that port. And I'll tell you why we are not creating a variable port here. Okay, so again, just write the condition here. If bracket open temp id less than or equals to 0, or so any of those conditions are bad, we don't want to load the data, or no. We have 3 conditions, right? Or
I mean name. No, is null is name. Null. Name or depth ID is this one, and then abort, or here also we can abort.
No, we are not going to abort. Okay, so if emp id is less than or equals to 0, or is null name, or depth id less than or equals to 0, comma, single quotes y.
What's that?
Single quotes and then uppercase y.
Ah, single quote, uppercase y.
Or single quote.
Oh,
put a single quote, comma, single quotes n. So if all of these 3 conditions are satisfied, you will pass the value n y. Otherwise, you will pass the value n. Okay, close the bracket.
Good.
Is this clear to everyone? If all these conditions are satisfied, the error flag
It's
will
like
be high.
yes or no?
Yes or no.
Yeah.
So guys, we are not filtering out data here. A lot of people get confused here. You're not filtering out data. In expression, you cannot filter out data. You're just assigning the value y or n for every single record which is coming in. Is that clear to everyone?
Passive. It is always passive transformation.
Expression is always passive. Can you open your
passive.
Can you open your source file and put it below here, below this expression?
You mean this one?
Yeah. Okay, just pull this below. Okay.
Like that?
Yeah. What is the first record which comes in 1 Abdul 10, right? What will it have a value? Will it have value y or n?
So
N.
It will have value n. Ramil will have value
n.
n.
And then other one, y.
The third one will have value y.
Y.
Okay. Expression is not going to filter out data. It's just going to assign value y or n. Turab or somebody was asking, remember, I have incorrect phone numbers in expression. They put a condition and they were expecting the data to get filtered out. Then I asked them to put a filter after that. Then they said, yes, it's working now. Was it Turab?
I think so.
Yes, that was me. Yeah.
Yeah. So
We're gonna do
remember,
it in the router now. Yes. No.
yes, expression is always passive. You cannot filter out data. Okay, over here you're just assigning a value y or n. Okay, save and close.
I close this one.
Yeah, say validate, say okay, say okay, say apply, say okay. Now get a router.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
All the y's, all the error flag y will go to the bad table. All the error flag n will go to the good table.
Oh,
Okay,
I
drag
see.
and drop
So
all the.
all of them come here.
Okay. Okay, double click on. Hold on, wait. Click OK. Minimize your expression. You don't need your expression anymore. Okay, double click on your router. Rename this RTR underscore good underscore bad.
Is it bad? You mean you said bad?
Say good underscore bad.
Oh, I see. Good and bad. We're gonna do. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Go to groups. Create two groups here. Good underscore records, bad underscore records.
Pick one later than.
Okay, and then say bad underscore records. So yeah, go there. And what will be your good records? Go to ports.
I see.
Go to ports. You will say O underscore error flag equals to N. Double click on O underscore error flag.
This one
Equals to N. So good records will have error flag N. Bad records will have error flag equals to Y. Single quote N. No space. Okay, validate this. Say okay. Say okay. Do the same thing for bad records. Error flag will be Y.
See.
Say okay. Say okay. Go to ports. Go to ports.
Ports.
Get rid of the O underscore because this is no longer an output port. It's coming from the expression before that, right? Get rid of O underscore.
This one. Right? This one, right?
Get rid of O underscore only. Don't delete that column. You need that column.
No, I don't delete. I'm gonna just listen to you again one more time.
So in that column you have O underscore, right?
Okay.
Delete that O underscore. Because this is no longer, you're not creating an output port here. It's getting created in the transformation before, right? You can leave it, it's okay, but you don't have to. Say apply, say okay. Okay. Now map the records from the good table to the Oracle table, good group to the Oracle table. Hold on 1 second. How many columns do you have in your target?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4 here and 3. So we have to run one more time. One more column.
No, that flag is only used to calculate.
Oh, only flag is gonna come, right? So hold on.
Ramil, flag is used to calculate if a record is good or bad, right?
Oh, so it means it will not go there. Just only
it will
three.
Not go there. Yeah, you don't need
okay,
it.
3 of them. Okay.
Of course, all the good records will go to the good table only, right? The Oracle table.
So
okay, so map it.
This is bad. That one is good one. Okay. And this one, bad records is gonna go to bad one.
Okay, Control S. Okay, now create a refresh your session. No, not this one. You created another mapping.
Oh yeah. Right. This one, right?
Yeah.
I think it was this one.
Yeah, that one.
Make sure again. Yeah, Grace.
Let's do.
So let's see here.
Make sure you're reading data from the right source.
Correct one.
Okay.
Got this one.
So this is your target table. So make sure you select the make sure you select truncate table option. Okay, and go to this one.
Red one.
You want to load the headers, right?
So this one is gonna be the flat file. So we have to give a direct location. Where should
Yeah,
it go?
yeah. So load it into target file dir. That's okay. What is the file name?
Good.
Yeah, that is good. What is the file name? I don't
Let's
want
go
a dot out. Just say .txt.
No, bad records we can say.
.txt. Okay.
Also, yeah.
Scroll up.
Header.
Yeah, you want the headers. Output field names. Okay, you're missing something else here.
I know it's on the config object.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. When you're loading data to a flat file, the first character you see is a hash symbol. So we don't want that. So you will say, what is the special property?
Remove hash, right? Hold on.
Can someone tell him what is it?
I have on my notes.
Remove output header hash. Then the value will be yes.
I did with this one myself a lot of time, but I not ready.
Say okay. Say apply, say okay, Control S. Run the workflow.
It failed.
No, that's another workflow, right? That's a brand new workflow. On the left side, go to your left side.
Yeah.
Yeah, make that bigger. Double click on the right workflow.
Oh, I see. This one. Okay, successful.
Double click on the session.
Sure.
How many records were read?
Let's see. So from 3 of them, 1 of them went to the bad one. As you see here, bad records. The 2 of them went to the regular one, the handler.
Okay, check your data now.
Okay. So here it should be 2 of them. Yes, and now we can go to
check your flat
files, and then flat file here.
It's in.
Oh, it was in this inside this.
It's not in SRC files. It shouldn't be in SRC files, right?
Yeah.
TGT files. Go to InfoShared.
Oh, I see. TGT files here. Bad records. Yeah, 1 of them here. Oh, it didn't take the hash one.
You have to say remove output header hash. R uppercase, O uppercase, H uppercase.
Oh, my mistake is over there. Oh, I see. Yeah. Does it matter? Like a capital letter? Really?
Yeah. Click on the down arrow.
Oh, I see.
Say remove R uppercase, O uppercase. Keep good. No, not
It's
that.
good.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, that one. Get rid of H.
Both H.
And then the H at the end. Yeah. And then that yes is uppercase.
All of them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Say okay, Control S. Run the workflow again.
Yes, now I think it's there. I'll take this one. Good. And then this one. Let's go inside there. Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Is this clear to everyone?
So Abdul, in practically, whenever you, before loading the data, every time you have to create these two kinds of file, which is good and bad?
I didn't get your question.
I'm
He
saying like
he
in
mentions that.
practically, every time before loading the data, we have to create two files like good and bad.
First of all, he's not creating two files. One is a table, one is a file.
Oh, sorry, I'm saying sorry. I mean, yes.
Right.
Table, yes.
He will do that one time and leave it. Every day the files will come in. Good records will get loaded there. Bad records will get loaded here. Tomorrow, new
Yes.
set of files will come in. So he will not create every time.
Oh, okay. It's a one time. So, okay. Then
Table creation is one time. File creation is one time. We will move this code to production. Every day the data will come in. Good records will get routed to the good table. Bad records will get routed to the flat file.
that's fine, right.
Mustafa,
But
I think I know what do you mean. I think we can have let's say 10 company, 10 project that we are working all the time. The same company is gonna send the information, so we're gonna use the same table. One time we're gonna create, and all the time the flow is gonna go to the same table, same bad.
Oh, okay. Yes, because the
Flat
different
file and
columns,
everything's gonna be same, but the information is gonna be new. Yeah, all the time it's gonna be overwrite all of them. Because of that, we put the
overwrite on this. Okay.
truncate.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So
Okay, you too. Thank you.
the next thing is, so you guys understood, right? How if the
Yes.
so this is error, these are two kinds of error handling. Now, what will you do with that flat file which is generated? What will you do with that records with the bad records? So one thing you can do is attach it to an email and send it back to the team saying that we could not load this because this is a bad data, right? Can you go back to your target directory?
Okay. Target directory, you mean?
Yeah.
This one. Hold on, workflow.
Infrastructure.
Oh, target files, you mean? You mean this one?
Yeah. So what are you going to do with this file? So you will attach it in an email and send it back to them saying that this record is bad, please fix it. But are you going to do that manually? No. Okay, so I will show you a way how to send the email. Okay, so minimize this, go back to your session.
Is there any script for this one?
No, you don't need to write a script. Oh, no. Double click on your session. Go to components and go to on success email. Do you see on success email?
Yeah.
Click on that. Say non-reusable.
Why we always doing non-reusable?
You can create a reusable one and use it for all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You can create a reusable one and use it for all of them. For now, I don't want to create one. And so go on success email. So what does this mean? On success of this session or on success of this workflow, yeah, click on that pencil, edit symbol. Okay, you will send an email to the source team. It could be like hr@dell.com. So we will send an email to the HR team saying that. So do you see that email username? That can be parameterized. Okay, let's not parameterize it right now on the right side.
Yes.
Yeah, get rid of that and put it.
I see. Instead of this one, we can parameterize that specific email. Then all the time it's there.
Yeah, we can parameterize this and call this from the parameter file. But right now, I'm not going to parameterize anything. Okay, get rid of that and type in your email.
My own?
Yeah, you can send an email to yourself. But this will not work because you have to set up your email in this thing, in your admin console. But for example, we'll just show @gmail.com, and the subject line will be bad records. Please fix bad records. Please fix attached bad records. Okay, email text. Click on the email text and click on the down arrow. Okay, you will say, hello, HR team. Please fix team. Go to the next line. Please fix attached bad records. Thank you, data warehouse team. Then say, thank you, data warehouse team.
Thank you, and what about after thank you then?
Okay, then you have to attach the. Okay, place your cursor before thank you. place your cursor and hit enter. You can attach a file here. Okay, move your cursor up. Okay, do you see attach file on the left side? Double click on that. Okay, and within that, the bracket, you can put the path C Informatica 9.6.1 server info shade TGT files, and then bad records.txt. Yeah, copy this entire path and put a backslash. You didn't paste it properly.
It didn't win.
Okay, say okay. Say apply. Say okay. Say apply. Say okay. Control S. So hold on. So what will happen when you run your workflow? Good records will get loaded to the table. Bad records will be loaded to the flat file, and it will be sent as an email to the HR team as soon as the workflow completes. You don't have to attach it to an email and send it.
Oh.
Is that clear? You can see how much automation is being done here. You will
Yeah, go ahead, please. Sorry.
So you schedule this workflow to run every day at 6 o'clock. 5:35, 5:40, the file comes in. 6 o'clock, the workflow will run or start automatically. It will load all the good records. All the bad records will get loaded to the flat file. It will send an email. It will load all the bad records to the flat file and send it back to the source team saying that please fix these bad records.
Abdul, as I see that, it is really sensitive because there is no way that we can make a simple mistake. Then, because of our mistake, it may email to the HR team for no reason. That's why we have to be very careful when we create
with your error flag. Okay.
Yes.
So there are different phases. Okay, there is development phase, there is testing phase, and there is production. Okay, so every day you will get the files in development. You will run this for 2-3 weeks. Once everybody says, okay, this looks good, only then you will move the code to production. In dev, you can make as many mistakes as you want. Okay, but once the code goes to production, you should not be sending bad records. You should not be sending incorrect. If a person has proper employee ID, name, debt ID, that time you should not send. Is that clear? Okay, run your workflow now. The email will not go because it will say you will have to set up. Does anybody have any networking idea here? Has anybody set up any networks here? So the workflow will complete successfully, but open the session log. Open the session log. The email part will fail.
Abdul, I did set up the network, but what do you exactly mean with that?
Okay, so scroll down here. Scroll all the way down. Keep scrolling. Now the data will be loaded. The bad records will be loaded to the flat file. Everything will be done. While sending an email, I could never fix this. Okay, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. See, two good records, one bad record. See, extended map error. Do you know how to fix that? Can you Google that ntserv_10? What is that? Can you make that message bigger? ntserv10181. You make that bigger. You don't have to type on the bottom of your screen. Do you see that message on the bottom of your screen?
Here, this
on the bottom of your screen. Yeah, copy that ntserv10181 and Google it. So you have to go to your admin console and set up your email there, because that's. Can you log into your admin console? I don't know. I need somebody who knows networking to figure this out. So you will get an email saying that these are all the. Yeah, just hit enter. But the first one. Open the first one.
Communication problem.
Open the first one only. The first. Yeah. Or you can go to Informatica help desk and set up submit a ticket, and they'll get back to you. So this error is due to the fact that a Windows email client is 32-bit, which cannot communicate with. No, this is not the error we have. Go back. Okay, you don't see an error message saying running a Powercenter email task, right? What is the message you receive? What is the message you see in your session log?
Now, Abdul, I think what's the problem? You have to go to the server because since you do not have an email address, you have to set it up the email connection with that, and then it's gonna communicate.
Yeah, I tried doing that. Can you log into your admin console, Ramel?
On here?
Admin console.
No, Ramel, the website.
I see.
Yeah, that's not a website.
Yeah, I think
mail
will be sent from the system itself. So
yeah, right now our system, our admin.
You don't have send mail running or anything.
Yeah, I need somebody who can set this up. I've been trying for a long time. I didn't have a lot of time. I tried once, I couldn't do it. So yeah, you will never log in here. Guys, remember that. You will never log into this. Your admin will set up the email and everything. You will never ever log in here. Go to properties on the right side. Scroll down.
This one.
Is there nothing coming up?
This.
Right there.
Yeah. This SMTP configuration. I couldn't figure this out. So if somebody can.
Oh, Ramel can figure it out that too. SMTP 25 port. No, Ramel, can you click on that? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, this one instead of SMTP.
Okay, there should be sender, which is 25 port number. Okay.
Yes, the sender.
Host name is your computer name.
Come on, can you check these?
Hello?
Well, I think if you are using Gmail or whatever, so you need to have their email server.
That is correct. The pop mail.
Right. Yeah, and then your own username and password. So it will use that mail server.
Okay, so I'll tell you how much I know. So I did some research on this. You need to have either Outlook or Gmail client installed on your computer, on the server where. So if you have Outlook or Gmail client installed on your machine where Powercenter is installed, that can be used to send email. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone.
No, it makes sense.
Okay.
But here, I think it might be this
host
name
to
SMTP.
A host name should be
your
because
computer
right now
you're installed. Correct.
Windows 48 VPO3M406E. That's your host name. Just put that.
Actually, don't type all that. Go to your command task and just type in host. You already have the command task open, right? On the bottom of you, next to Notepad, you have command task open.
This one.
Just type in host. Yeah, just type in host. That red color is very dangerous. Just type in host. Type in host name. Yeah, Ramil uses all dangerous black, red. Type in host name.
I hate these black and white colors.
Okay, so copy that Win84, highlight that and hit enter. It will get copied. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
I did that.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
So, Kamran, do you think we can change this SMTP to the other one? You remember? It was two of them.
POP3 and SMTP or IMAP?
No, there was one also instead of the SMTP. That's encrypted one.
No, Ramel, there is.
Do you remember that after SMTP? No, there is one IMAP, there is one POP, and then the one of them SMTP after SMTP 25 to the encrypted one. It was like I think 3-digit number. We were trying to learn the network. You remember that there was
I do remember
something else after SMTP.
Let's do like that. With this one, we can play around.
This host name is not
play around ourselves. I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, and next class we can tell if we.
It is mail server actually. I think the host name should be the mail server. Usually, it will be probably the IP address from Google or whichever Yeah.
You know, if you're setting up in the real server, yes, you are right. But right now, since we are looking like a server, because of that, I think it should be the computer name, whatever Ramel pasted. But I'm not sure. I will play with this a little bit.
Okay, guys. So let me finish this, but then let me wrap up. So this is what error handling is. When you get good records, you will load it to a good table. When you get the bad records, you will load it to another flat file, attach it as part of an email, and send it back to the HR team saying that these are the bad records. Please fix it and send it back tomorrow. Okay, that is one thing. And the other one is very rare cases when you see critical data missing, you will be asked to abort the workflow, not even load it. Okay, there are two types of error handling. First, you will abort the workflow. The second one, you will gracefully exit out by loading the good records and the bad records, and you will take some action later. Okay, when you abort the workflow, somebody has to log in from the source team and tell you, okay, in the source file, make this change and rerun. Okay, but if if you're doing graceful error handling, then next day they will fix the data and send it back to you. Can you go back to your session workflow manager? Can you go back to your work? Oh yeah, over here. So sorry. Yeah, you're already here. So okay. So
Workflow manager.
You're on workflow manager only. There seems to be some lag when you're clicking something. Okay, double click on your session here. Double click on the session. Okay, go to components.
I think we see Ramel's screen like after 1 second or 2 seconds later.
Yeah, there's a lag. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the left, you see on success email, on failure email. Okay, whenever a workflow completes successfully, you can send an email to yourself saying that workflow completed successfully or workflow failed. Okay, on failure email, go click on failure email and make it non-reusable. And go to the right side. When the workflow fails, you can send you can type somebody's email. You can type your own email here, and email subject can be workflow failed. Please investigate. Okay, email subject will be workflow failed. Please investigate. And in the email text, you can attach your session log and all the details and send it. So whenever the workflow fails, you will get an email. Okay, click that and send.
So here I'm gonna write the
email, like the body, like this will be very formal, like hello, please look at the below failure, and you can attach the session log. Do you see attach session log on the left side? Just double click on that. Yeah, it will automatically attach the session log. Percentile. Place your cursor before the percentile and hit enter. Okay, it will attach the session log. You can attach the folder name, integration service name, mapping name, repository name, all this, how long the session ran. Scroll down on the left side.
Abdul, this one, the session log we put inside the failure mail. It means that if we have the bad records, right?
No. Why would bad?
Or am I wrong?
No. Why would bad records be part of failure email? Bad records will be part of success. Okay, you're getting confused between bad records and failure. Bad record means there is employee with incorrect data in it, and you want to load it to a flat file. And once the workflow completes successfully, then you will send it as an attachment to the HR team. But what happens if the source? What happens if the source has alphabet in employee ID field? Then the workflow will fail, right? We are talking about two kinds of bad records here. One is department ID is negative, which is not considered, which should not fail the workflow, right?
Okay.
No, you're not. So okay, I have an employee whose department ID is negative. Will the workflow fail?
No.
It will not fail, right?
No, it's gonna go to the bad record.
It will go.
So that's going to be successful.
Yes.
It's going to be a post-session success.
That will be post-session success. But
session successful. Okay.
Yes, session successful. Okay. Now what happens if the department ID has alphabets in it? Will the workflow fail?
It will.
Oh, it's gonna fail then.
Yeah, it is going to fail, right? Because at the reader itself, it will fail. It will not even come to expression, right? While reading the records only, it will fail.
Yes.
So at that time, we want a session log saying that incorrect data in this column, and then that's the reason it failed.
Yeah.
That will be post failure.
I
Post
see
session
now.
failure. Okay. Is that clear? There are two types of bad records. One is you don't want to fail. The other one is you want to fail.
Clear.
One, the expression will cause failure. The other one, the reader will cause failure. Okay, so in this one, you'll attach the session log, folder name, integration service. On the left side, you have so many other parameters you can pass. Scroll down on the left side, you can pass mapping name, session name, target table details, workflow, and all those things. But usually, if you just attach the session log, that itself will have all the details.
So Abdul, the one at the reader failure, like we have to send it right away because it's not our problem and we're not fixing it as well?
Yeah. That will come to you. Okay, you will have to figure out why it failed, because it's not going to be bad data, right? Sometimes the network, sometimes Powercenter is down, or user ID or password expired. If the user ID password has expired, you're not going to reach out to the source team, right? You will have to work with the DB to reset the user ID and password, right? So if the session fails, you will have it will be sent to you. But if there are bad records generated in the file, that will go to the HR team. Clear? Anybody has any questions? This is important. This is very important. And we use this at work plenty of times. Okay, so try to figure out that. Okay, can you open assignments? You guys haven't done assignments in a long time. Can you open assignments? I want to see which one we are doing next.
Abdul, the fifth one is about the bad records, so we could not do it,
okay.
actually.
Okay, open that. Can you open that once? There is one more thing in there. Keep scrolling all the way to the bottom. Yeah, this assignment will cover all the questions we have covered so far. Okay, can you scroll up a little bit? Can you scroll up a little bit? I want to look at the source data. Keep scrolling up. Keep scrolling up. Keep scrolling up. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Primary key constraint, unique constraint on name, and unique constraint on name. Okay, can you show me the other table? Informatica underscore amp underscore F. Scroll down. Keep scrolling down. Okay, stop. Create unique constraint on name. Can you show me the data again? Unique constraint on name. Can you scroll up? Yes. Unique constraint on name. Okay, yeah. This one looks good. Okay, this is all the questions, all the 11, 12 classes we have done so far, if you can figure this out. And also if somebody can figure out the email part, you should have a little networking background for that, okay?
Abdul, I did a project before in college, sending you authentication email using Python and using Gmail. So what I did, you have to set up you have to change a couple settings in the Gmail, and there's a specific port for Gmail you need to put into the software. Use this port. I put a link in the text in the chat if you want to look at it.
This one, okay. Yeah, I tried most of these things and then I got tired and then I gave up. So I can take a look at it again. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So tomorrow is off. We'll meet on Thursday. Okay.
Abdul, do you have time, like 5 minutes? I can share my screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Oh, is it about the incremental load?
Yes.
Okay.
I created here just the employees table on the employees table. So
Okay.
this is the mapping just created.
Okay.
The requirement is we're gonna
Yeah.
load full data
And
and then
everyday
incremental.
incremental, right?
Yes, everyday incremental. That's right.
Okay. So go on your left. What is your source? Is it a flat file or a table? I think it's a table, right?
It's table, right?
Okay. Perfect. Go to your extreme left. Double click on your source qualifier. Go to properties. Did you put greater than symbol in your? This is empty, right? How are you doing? Click on that. Click on the source qualifier. Okay. Why is this empty? Okay. Cancel this. Cancel this. Okay. You will have to create a variable. Okay. Go to mappings on the top. Okay, guys, I will explain this to you later. Okay. He has something to do at work. Okay. Create a variable here, not a parameter. You'll have to create a variable. So he's doing incremental load. Okay, just call this as $$ just call this as inc underscore date. Just call this as inc underscore date. INC incremental underscore date. Okay, make this as date time. Okay, for you to be able to do this, you should have a date column in your source. Do you have a date column in your source?
I have higher date.
Okay, so all the records on day 1 should be loaded. On day 2, if you get yesterday's records and today's records, you want to load only today's records, right? That's the requirement, right?
Say again, please.
So on day 1, on Monday you get like data for the last 10 years. You should load it on Monday. On Tuesday, if you get data for the last 10 years plus data for Monday, you should load only Monday's data.
That's right.
So incremental, right?
Yeah.
Only the change record or something. Yeah. Okay. So you did that. So go before.
Actually, this is a little bit complicated. We don't have the extract date. So,
yeah, that's what I'm looking for actually, extract it. But that's okay.
But I can share my own screen, like I have the extract date over there.
No, that's okay. Let's stick to this. Okay. So can you?
We're gonna do -1.
No, we will not do. No. We will not do -1. Okay. Double click on. Hold on 1 second. You will have to unconnect. No, open your expression. Double click on your expression. Go to ports. Go to the last line. Create a variable port here. Create a brand new port and call this as v underscore inc underscore load. Okay, make this as a variable. Make this as date first. Okay, and make this as a variable. Okay, over here, get rid of all of this. Go to functions. Go to functions, and go to set max variable. Set max variable. Double click on that. Okay, bracket open. Okay, go to put that variable. No. First, you need to put the variable you created. No, not that. The variable you created. Go to variables.
Oh, I see.
Go to mapping variables. Yeah, and then comma, and then type in that higher date. So it will calculate. I'll show you. No, inside the bracket only. Okay, go to ports and double click on hide it. Okay, validate. Okay, click OK. Click OK. Say apply. Say okay. That's it. You're done. Okay, go to your source qualifier. Okay, go to properties. Okay. No, you don't need to go here. Cancel this. Go to source filter. Okay, open this and go to go to ports. Double click on hide it and say greater than, and go to variables and mapping variables. Yeah. So you know what's going to happen now, right? So okay, click OK. Say apply. Say OK. Control S. Is your target table empty? On
Yes, it's empty.
okay. Refresh your session, refresh your workflow, and run it. So on day one, you will load all the historical data for hundreds of years, or like 5-10 years, whatever you get, you load all the historical data. From second day, you will only load data which was coming yesterday.
Yes.
That's your requirement, right?
Yeah, but we cannot load the, like, let's say 10 years, like 5 years data in one shot. So that's the...
Why does it say SQL command not there is a problem with the reader. Get your session log. You're doing it in bits and pieces, historical data. Okay, why is there so high date greater than 0001011753? Why is it picking up 17? What is the higher date? What is the max?
Higher date,
Show me the
actual data,
yeah,
source.
actually, yeah. It's not in HR, right?
It's employees. Yeah, it's HR.
No, it's not employees.
Oh, yeah,
It's
it
not
is.
this table.
It's not this table.
No, it's not this table. It's in Scott schema.
Okay.
Yeah, emp.
And
Yeah. What is your maximum hire date here? Okay, this one looks good. Why is it failing? Can you go back?
no, this is not this table. This is the HR table.
Okay, but look at your mapping. You're reading data from some other employees table.
This is the employees table in HR schema.
Oh, okay, you're right. Okay. Get this. Yeah, you're right. Get the session
Okay.
log again.
So employees hire
Copy
date.
that. Copy the SQL statement. Yeah, I think you missed out single quotes. Okay, execute that in the database. Not here in HR, right?
Yeah, it's in HR.
Okay, paste it and execute. I think you're missing the single quotes. See, there is a red line there. Execute this, you'll get that error message.
I think here I need to put the
Single quotes, right? Okay, execute this first. No, it's getting that. Put that in single quotes. The 01011753. Okay, execute this. Date, format, picture ends before contain. Okay, so I think you need to convert this. Okay, you need to convert this. Okay. So okay, go back to your SQL developer. You need to put a due date something in the front. Okay, type in 2_date. Okay, bracket open and put a comma at the end. Yeah, put a comma there. No, don't close it. Put a no. Open the put a comma there. And yeah, what is the syntax you have in the database? What is the higher date? What is the just do select star from HR.employees? I want to see what's the date format. It has to be the same syntax.
I think yes.
Can you make it bigger? Can you make it bigger? Okay, you don't have the hours, minutes, and seconds, right?
No.
So DD YYYY. Okay, bracket close. Okay, now execute this.
I think we need to put this one also in there.
No, you don't need that single quotes.
Sure?
Yeah, you don't need that single quotes.
Okay.
Okay, now execute this. This should work. Uh,
Yeah, just let me just put just in case.
okay.
Ah,
No, get rid of the single quotes.
do we need to remove this?
Yeah, get rid of that. Okay, get rid of to date and everything. Just put 01/01/1753 in single quotes. Yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of the to date also, single quotes and everything. Get rid of, just put that 01/01/1753 in single quotes. And execute this. Okay, so go back to your yeah, in source qualifier, just put the word trunk. Go to properties. Before ink date, just put the word trunk and put it in brackets. Now execute this. Say okay, say apply, say okay, Control S, Control S. Okay, now run the workflow. I think it's still running. Wait for it. Okay, missing right parenthesis. It's reading, it's failing at the reader only again. Can you see what's the query it's executing at the bottom?
Employees from.
Can you copy that and execute in the database? Oh no, that is again causing a problem. Okay, hit. Why are you getting? Okay, go back to your parameters. Go back to your parameters, mappings, and parameters. Don't select date time. Select just date.
We don't have that option.
You have date time, okay, which is okay. Okay, no, go back to your SQL statement. Place your cursor before where. Place your cursor before, after where, after where, and just type in trunk here. And put employees and hire date. Okay, and execute this. Okay, cancel this. Get rid of the word trunk after the, let's try it the other way. And put 01/01/17. Yeah, put this in entire thing in single quotes. Execute this. Get rid of the 0000.
Should we just change this? I think that's the issue I'm having. Database, anyways. Video.
Oh, you have mm-dt/dt/YYY.
Yes.
That's correct, right?
That's correct, yeah.
But
we don't have to see this timestamp here.
Yeah, get rid of that. Okay, execute this. This will work, I know. But how do you? So when we are creating that parameter, it's bringing in that it's bringing in the timestamp also. Okay, go back to your expression. Go back to your expression. Yeah, you see, you put set max variable, right? Let's use the word trunk there. Okay, instead before the word ink. No. Inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, and put trunk there. and put the bracket open and close it after ink date. After ink date, not there.
Oh, okay.
And remove the bracket at the end. Say validate. Well, no, wait. What is the error message? First argument can be user defined. Okay, it doesn't like how you put trunk there. It's weird. Okay, get rid of that trunk. Okay, validate this again. Say okay. Click OK. Create. No. How do you get? Go back to your source qualifier. Go to, okay, over here there is something we need to do here. So get rid of that word trunk. Date 2_date bracket open, and at the end, comma dd yy. No, not single. You don't need single quotes. dd yy /dd/yy bracket close and say okay. Say apply. Say okay. Control S. Run your workflow. Did you save the mapping?
Yes.
Did it fail again? Let me look into this.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look here. I will.
Yeah.
As long as.
But if you figure that out, how to get rid of the timestamp there, then you should be good.
Yeah, I will do that. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.
All right, thank you. Have a good night. Bye.
Abdul?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have some time. I have this issue with, I was trying something, very old assignment that was done in the Informatica video 2 or 3.
Okay.
Do you have some time?
Yeah, yeah.
Can help
share
me,
your screen.
or you can?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm holding you for.
That's okay.
I didn't know that. I noticed everybody had an HR table all the time open, so I'm gonna share something here. Want to make sure I share the right screen because I have a monitor attached to. Let me know if you see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you notice here, I have 11G. So I never had any issue when I create tables. All I used to do is just go down here in here under HR.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Scroll all the way to the top. Why is your connection called 11G? Right click on that. Right click, properties.
Maybe
this is system. I don't know. Remember, always name and username should be the same. So call that a system. There is nothing called as 11G. That is the version. This is system schema. Type in your password there. Click on save password.
Where is that? Okay.
Save password over the box. Test. Click on test.
Test. Where is that? Okay.
Okay. Say connect. Okay. Get rid of that 11G. There is nothing called as 11G. Delete it. Delete it from the keyboard.
Delete.
Just from the keyboard, delete it. Or you see a delete option there.
I can do that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now you're logged into system schema. I don't know why you're logged into system schema and creating your tables there. Create an HR schema. You will never log into sys and system. Close all the system schemas on the right side. Close that. I don't need that. Close it.
Say yes.
No.
Oh.
Cancel it. Say no.
Nope. Okay.
Okay. Click on the green plus symbol. Create an HR schema here.
HR. I'm gonna say HR.
It will always be HR. The connection name and username will always be same.
HR. Save password. Can I do the test?
Yeah.
Okay.
This account is locked. Okay, cancel this. So let's unlock your account. Double click on system. Now you will log into system. Go open your SQL worksheet from the top. Next to the binoculars.
Next to the binoculars. Okay.
Right side on your right. How do you open SQL worksheet? On the top. You left.
Left.
Click on that. Click on that. Okay, type in alter user HR account unlock.
Account
Unlock. Execute this. Okay, minimize system on the left side, double click on HR. Okay, create a new connection again, HR. You never saved it.
HR. Save password. All of this looks good. XE.
Test.
Looks
Test.
Good. Test. Log
Incorrect password. So what is your password?
For the system?
For HR.
It was HR.
It's not HR. It's not connected.
If you see down here. So that is the system and the password was root for it. And then the admin
is HR.
I never had a HR. I always had the system.
That's what I'm asking. What is the password for HR? But that's because you were accessing HR schema from logging into system schema. For the past 1.5 months, I was saying you will never ever log into system schema. Okay, go back. Let's create a password for HR schema. Cancel this.
Cancel.
Okay, type in now. Alter user HR. Identified by. This I did it on May 30th. Alter user HR. Identified by. Give some password.
I'm just gonna say HR.
Execute this. Don't put. That will be counted as.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm going way back. Apologize.
You're actually going to the first class, May 30th. Okay, now click on the green plus symbol.
Save.
Test first. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Save and connect.
Save.
And connect. Okay. Now double click on. Now open the SQL worksheet for HR. Close the system worksheet. I don't want to ever see system worksheets. Say no. Okay. Open the HR worksheet. From the top.
Here?
From the top. Go up.
Like, oh,
right.
this?
Right. How do you open the SQL worksheet? I just showed you, right? Move to your right, next to the binocular. Yeah, click on that.
This one?
Left, click on that. Click OK. This is how you open SQL worksheet. You're scaring me with the things you're doing. You're
Sorry,
not able to open SQL
I'm
worksheet.
watching all the videos just to make sure that I think I missed something in the video. That's why I have the system.
That's why I'm saying you cannot miss even a single class, even a single minute. Okay, now tell me what is the issue.
Okay, so now we have that. Okay, I created a table in here. I was watching one of the videos where Ramal was doing this assignment. Okay, so where did the table go? The table was, oh man, where's the table?
First of all, minimize this. I don't want you to ever log into sys and system schema. Minimize this. Open HR. Do whatever you want over here.
I'm sorry, I thought I was in the, okay, so I was doing the Facebook_EMP, right?
Okay.
So there is, I created the table. All right, I created a table, nothing is in there.
Okay.
I created a flat file. Okay, it's sitting right here. There's data in here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna close this.
Okay.
So in the workflow, when I run the workflow,
okay.
there is a So I'm getting this issue. This is the error that I'm getting.
Yeah, the account is locked. It clearly says account is locked. You were supposed to write alter. Even without looking at this, I unlocked your account from there, right? Do you see account is locked?
Oh, yes, his account is.
Run the workflow now, it will work.
Okay.
Everything is there in session log. You don't need my help. Run the workflow again.
Should I refresh and save it first? Let's do
No
that.
need. You didn't make any changes in Powercenter, right? Run the workflow. Just simply run the workflow. It will load data now.
Start workflow.
Clearly says account is locked. You had to unlock the account, which I already did.
I'm gonna close this for a minute here. Let's open this fresh. Oh. Running.
Check your data.
Okay. That is why. So I'm gonna come down.
You should never ever log into sys and system. You did not even have a HR connection. That is scary.
I was doing it everything in the sys.
No, every class I repeat, you will never log into sys and system schema.
What was the table name again?
You just have to double click on the table, Facebook amp. Do you see on the left side Facebook amp? Just double click on that. On the left side. Double click on that. Go to data now on the right side.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, got it. Thank you so much. This is all I needed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.